Hello everyone, Rich Hagan and Randy Bueller welcoming you to round 8 of Grand Prix Boston-Worcester. Jackie Lee is up against Joel Larsson, and here we go. Joel Larsson is away with a Raging Ravine. We've seen Simon Gertzen win a Pro Tour with that particular card. Jackie Lee is going to open up on turn 2 with a Wall of Omens. So these players at 6 and 1, just one match behind the perfect curve right now.
Yeah, we've been given 6 deck lists, everything except these 2. I don't know if somebody can fix that for us, but we'll figure it out. Wall of Omens?
Yep.
Oh, is that off a Colonnade? Is she on the blue-white-red control?
Looks like she may well be. We're about to see her hand because... Oh, yeah, show me. Here we go. Off Thoughtseize. So Joel Larsson sees a Lightning Bolt, he sees a Restoration Angel, he sees a Path to Exile, and he sees an Electrolyze. I think we can say that at least some of what we suggested was correct.
I found Joel Larsson's deck list, but not Jackie's.
So Joe will busily write down these 6. Of course he can't take the Angel. He sees Tectonic Edge, Arid Mesa, and then Lightning Bolt, Electrolyze, Path to Exile. Did you see, by the way, that former world champion Guillaume Matignon won a PTQ with fairies?
Wow.
Like hardcore fairies, 4 Bitter Blossom fairies.
Awesome.
And the deck was called Do Not Try This at Home or in Any Tournament.
Funny. Restoration Angel did seem like the obvious choice from that hand, right?
Yeah, that goes away.
Looks like Joel Larsson is on the Jund version of the Rock deck. Certainly got a land that produces red mana in play, so I'm guessing blue, red, green.
I'd like another card, says Jackie. And those Wall of Omens are going to really put the brakes on the massive offense that isn't quite there. As we see Liliana of the Veil come down. First Planeswalker action.
Tick up.
And let's tick up, and so let's both discard something. Not something a control deck naturally wants to be doing.
Yeah, it gets it at a Lightning Bolt range, too.
And
yeah, Anger of the Gods, not so good in this matchup.
Do you have a deck list now?
I do now have Jackie's deck list. She's got 1 Kiki-Jiki for the combo finish, and other than that, it looks like, 1 Sphinx's Revelation.
Yep, good.
She's going to be attacking with Colonnades a lot.
It's a deck I can get behind.
Sure.
Have some clue about what's going on with as well.
Yeah, and Joel's version of the Jund deck. He's got a Grove of the Burn Willows. He plays a Terminate, a couple of Angers. So, yeah, he's pretty red as these decks go. Double red for Anger is tricky. Oh, yeah, he's got the my mana's going to work out honest, cross my fingers route. Courser of Crufix, Liliana, Anger of the Gods.
All of the doubles.
All the doubles. Double, double, double. Working out so far, sitting on 6-1.
Is that a triple double?
I don't know.
I don't think we could call it that, could we? Not really. Electrolyze. Go away, Liliana, please. And you can't fault Jackie's opening in terms of, I've cast things, but can I have new things back? It's like everything's drawn a card, virtually. Omens card, Electrolyze card.
Lightning Bolt didn't get her a card.
No, that's true. Terrible spell. 3 damage for 1 mana? Who plays that?
Liliana ticks up again.
Yeah. Path goes away this time, and an Overgrown Tomb for Larsson. Once again, demonstrating that symmetrical effects are not always symmetrical. Is that, as a game designer, when you were working in Wizards, is this something, is that symmetrical tool something you liked to use a lot? The idea of, here's something that affects both of us?
Yeah, it's particularly White's thing. White likes to set all these rules that are, theoretically fair. Like, nobody will have any lands. Nobody will have any creatures. It's totally fair. Yeah. I can certainly see Rosewater defending a card like Balance, because it's just White's way of making sure everything's fair.
Fair and balanced.
Exactly.
That's the phrase. So Liliana again ticking up to 5. And Jackie, of course, not doing much with a hand
Well,
now.
she's one land
Look at
away from activating a colonnade,
Mhm.
which is not nothing. Kind of start to keep Liliana in check.
So neither of these players will be out with a loss at 6 and 2. They would then have to win their last round. Remember, 21 points, 3 for a win. So 7 wins and 2 losses is the minimum required for day 2 action here at GP Boston. And
Feels pretty different to go into day 2 sitting on 8-1 versus 7-2, though.
And especially when it's such a big field.
Right. I mean, you'll have hundreds, literally hundreds, plural, of players will be tied at 7 and 2.
Yes. And the expectation from there is that one of them might make the top 8 by 6 and 0 at 13 and 2.
Certainly, the expectation is that you have to win out. I would think a couple of them can win out and make top 8. But all right, Colonnade attempts to attack and gets hit by a promo card that I don't recognize. Is that a Terminate?
Oh, is it? Okay.
Well, Abrupt Decay doesn't hit lands, so
no,
it can't be Abrupt
sorry,
Decay.
no.
I think it's a Terminate promo.
Scavenging Ooze comes down, and Liliana's up to 6. Jackie into top deck mode now.
Yep, both players are hellbent.
And once again, one of them doesn't mind. Jackie passes.
Liliana's ultimate doesn't... I guess Liliana's ultimate is going to get 3 lands. If Liliana does go ultimate. I mean, Liliana's ultimate would allow Joel to divide Jackie's permanents into 2 piles. Jackie can pick the one she wants to keep. My guess is the best Joel can do here is split the lands into 3 and 3, which is pretty good. Especially now that he ticked her up to 7, he gets to keep the Liliana itself. Just becomes a question now of, does he want the ability to keep ticking her up, or is he willing to risk doing the ultimate, killing 3 lands, but losing Liliana to any burn spell that comes off the top of Jackie's deck? I think I would kill 3 lands.
I mean, 2 lightning bolts have already gone. Electrolyze isn't enough to kill. Yeah, anything does.
I mean, you'll get a wall too. Like, he'll split 3 lands and a wall, 3 lands and 2 walls is probably the split.
But Jackie looks to have drawn a thing.
She's leaving her Tech Edge untapped so that she can kill any potential attacking ravines. Oh, is she going to main phase Cryptic?
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess she is.
Yeah, because it's like, go away.
Okay, yeah, she does not want to get ultimated. He could have done the ultimate last turn. It's 6 to do it, but he would have lost Liliana. He decided to go up 1 so that he wouldn't lose Liliana in the process, which makes sense. With Jackie just drawing cards off the top, I can't blame him for that.
So at end of turn, we're in the what we like to think of as the Scavenging Ooze part of the turn. Watch the Snapcaster Mage go down in value.
Pretty much. And she's going to go ahead and take out a Ravine. Oh, or she goes for the... Is that the Twilight Mire? Which means he can't recast Liliana, right? Because that's... Now he's down to 1 black mana. So yeah, she's keeping a card in hand, the one she drew off the Cryptic Command. She did bounce draw a card. And yeah, knocks Joel off of double black.
On the understanding that you're not allowed to answer, look at them, do you have any advice for people for how to pay more attention to lands in a game of Magic? Because it's a criminally over-neglected part of the battlefield. Like, so many people just go, oh, you've got land, you're at 4, you're at 5, you're at 6. They see numbers, but not colors necessarily.
Right.
Do you have... I mean, did you just get that naturally, or is there a way to help people be better at focusing on that part of the battlefield?
I agree with you that it is people don't spend enough attention. Like I just assumed she was going to Tech Edge land, but she found a better line. No, it's just the more you play, the better you get at seeing those scenarios.
Yeah.
I mean, it also helps not to be looking at the lands on a small screen, but to like be there in person. They're a little easier to tell apart in person, but you have to, take the time and effort to do it. Remand there holds off Chandra for a turn.
And from being in a position where, Here we are again.
She got a cryptic?
She has
an
a
angel.
Restoration Angel.
Come on, hit me, dealer. Nope.
Wall of Omens drew a card, but it wasn't super satisfactory.
Oh, Chandra uses the draw a card ability and hit the land, which is about the only thing that would have been useful there.
Yeah. Jackie sends Restoration Angel at Chandra. Chandra down to 1.
Interesting little game here.
Yeah,
Both decks are kind of mid-range, grindy decks. Usually when it goes this long, you'd think the control player would be advantaged. I mean, Jackie's late game is just better, but Joel hasn't really let it get to the late game. I mean, by stripping her entire hand with Liliana,
right.
He's kind of kept them in this like mid-range, grindy 2-for-1 portion of the game for quite a while.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, you would think that the control player had 3, 4, 5 cards in hand, but that is totally not the case.
She's just playing off the top. I think I saw Maelstrom Pulse there. You get 3 Wall of Omens to accomplish very little. He can now replay Liliana. Gonna see what presence Chandra has, though. How about a Black Cleave Cliffs?
I would like this very shiny version of Dark Confident. The new Dark Confident art features on the playmats here at GP Boston Worcester. Utterly beautiful. Though I would still play with the old ones. Play with the old ones on the new one as a playmat. That seems like a reasonable compromise.
He's just going to kill the angel.
Are you sure you don't want a 3-for-1? No.
Ooh, Mana Leak.
Oh, Mana Leak that away.
Which will let the angel kill Chandra. I was thinking that Joel had maybe finally taken control here, but
I like you.
Not yet.
You talked about late game still in the mid game. It's in the mid game where a Mana Leak still works occasionally.
Right.
Wow, and there we are. All right, we've seen this before.
She's back. Up. Spell Snare.
Yeah.
Wow, how good would that have been last turn to hit the Dark Confidant. Joel, I wonder if Joel has turned the corner here. He's now got Jackie back down to no hand. He's got a Dark Confidant for extra cards, fully 18 life. That Angel is going to keep chipping away at his Planeswalkers.
Colonnade is next for Jackie.
Yeah, maybe not.
Is there any point at which beyond the card draw that the Wall of Omens becomes relevant, that they are sitting there like this great big wall of China, as it were?
They do block Treetops and Dark Confidants, like their blocking ability. The other thing that they've done here is they meant that he couldn't tick down Liliana.
Right.
Like Joel would have happily ticked down Liliana to kill Restoration Angel, except he couldn't get the Restoration Angel. She would, of course, have chosen to lose a Wall of Omens.
Right.
So, I mean, they're doing a little bit more than cycling.
Right.
They're playing defense. It'll allow her to, in theory, just attack with Colonnade and Angel 3-4 times. She can potentially win the game. Joel's the one drawing 2 cards a turn, though. I still like his chances, even though, like, if you freeze the game, Jackie would win if neither player ever got to play another card.
Raging Ravine.
Yeah, now that is big enough to win through Wall of Omens.
Yes, because it instantly becomes 4-4. And Jackie will take the damage. Puts her
time to activate Colonnade. She's got to at least be thinking about it. I mean, unless the card she drew is, you know, Cryptic Command or...
I mean, that's 7 damage in the air. If she just sends
I think
it through.
It's 4 plus kill Liliana.
Okay.
Which does let her race the Raging Ravine. I think she's gotta play this game as a race. Okay, she cycles. Is that Shadow of Doubt?
Yes.
Yeah, cycles to Shadow of Doubt. Which still leaves her Colonnade mana.
Yes, it does. Not quite sure what they're discussing there. Yeah, Restoration Angel hits Liliana, and this time Liliana is gone. Oh. Well, shucks.
All that's going to do is get Jackie's card, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and Joe's like, you do have to discard that island, it turns out. And, okay. Pact time. Let's get the Restoration Angel gone. I tell you what, here's a pact. That can go to the bin, and I'll pay some mana next turn. It's a deal. And now, Jackie decides it is time. Was worth taking 4 last time, but not now.
I think Jackie, last turn, she may not have realized she had Scalding Tarn in play when she sacrificed, when she played the Shadow of Doubt.
Right.
I mean, she cycled the Shadow of Doubt, but she didn't have the mana to activate her Colonnade because one of her lands was a Scalding Tarn, and Shadow of Doubt says players can't search libraries this turn.
Yeah.
So if she, I was like, why does she have just an island left? But I think that she accidentally lost a Colonnade attack. That's my theory, anyway.
Well, this Colonnade attack is, and this really feels like deja vu all over again, putting Liliana of the Veil in the graveyard. So what's going on, Joel? Can you stop drawing Lilianas?
He's still the one drawing 2 cards a turn.
Yeah. I think this has been the most interesting game of the day so far. It's been pretty good. So, there's the Tarmogoyf we already knew about. Jackie checks her 1 card once again. And another Ravine for Larsson. I don't think we can say the Tarmogoyf is arbitrarily large, but we can say it's quite big.
Have you seen our Tarmogoyf counter? I think
No.
Rashad's distracted. How big is the Tarmogoyf? Planeswalker, instant, sorcery, land, creature. You gonna guess it's 5? Don't think we have an artifact or an enchantment.
Yeah, they've gone through the well-known let's fan out 2 graveyards to derive.
Have you seen our
power and
Tarmogoyf
toughness.
counter yet? I'm sure Rashad's right on top of this. How big did they say the Tarmogoyf is?
Rashad's gonna check for us.
Yeah, I'm not sure Jackie wins this race now that there's a Tarmogoyf involved.
His Restoration
Oh, Angel to Blink Wall, that helps.
Yep. More card action.
And it saves the wall. I mean, the wall was chump blocking.
Uh-huh.
So she took the Tarmogoyf hit and only the Tarmogoyf hit.
Yeah. And now Inquisition of Kozilek.
Grabs a spell snare out of her hand.
Strips the hand yet again.
But now what does the Angel do to the math? She can attack for 7, and then 7 would kill Joel Larsson. And I think she can survive a turn, right?
Well, she
Yeah,
has
certainly
two
she can.
blockers
She
right
can.
now.
She can block the big ravine, block the Tarmogoyf,
Yep.
and take just the 2 from the Confidant. I think a second ravine
Nope.
could potentially come in, but that's not enough to deal 9.
It looks like she's just going once, though.
Huh.
Not colonnading.
Am I just imagining a colonnade in her mana that's not there? I could have sworn I saw a colonnade in there. No, we saw
Is that
her
one, two,
activate it
three?
once, right?
Yeah, I think
Okay,
so.
I'm not imagining it.
Don't think you are. Is it not third down at the bottom on the
Yeah,
right?
that's what I think too. Maybe she wants to have it on defense this turn? But now she's given Joel an extra turn. I mean, if the card in her hand is something awesome like Cryptic Command, then this would make sense. But no, if it was
So-
Cryptic Command, she would have done... I think she would have done
tap
tap
them
all
all.
your creatures there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's another Angel?
Yeah.
It's another Angel,
and
then
let's do another
she can do the
trick
same
of-
trick as last turn.
Here we
Oh.
It's
Yeah, that
the
counts.
one.
I said Cryptic Command or something awesome.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
counts
yeah.
as something awesome.
Yes.
Sphinx's Revelation, when you have 9 lands in
For
play,
6.
definitely awesome.
And yes, chat room, if you think it's a little bit hypocritical of me to be excited about a big Sphinx's Rev, given we've been discussing that it frequently does not very much, and that's why there's only one in this particular kind of deck, well, that's just fine. Doesn't mean I didn't like seeing 6 cards and 6 life. That's why you play one of them,
Yep.
just in case it's awesome.
You can't top deck it if you never put it in your deck.
Absolutely. Yes, it would not have made what's on the top of the deck as exciting if the answer was, oh, nothing, I didn't bother playing with it. I thought it wasn't very good.
All right, she can hit Joel for 7 here if she wants to. And then he would have to fade 2 Confidant flips. She can also
Wow.
leave her mana untapped with that grip full of cards. She's on 10. I mean, a lot of this depends what's in her hand now. It's much harder to project her actions when she has a bunch of cards.
It was a lot easier when she didn't
when
have
she was
any.
hellbent.
Yeah. How the race has changed.
Fetch land. That looks like Colonnade mana. Maybe? Oh, it could be Kiki Jiki. No, Colonnade, okay. 7 in the air.
So that's Joel to 3. Snapcaster back.
Lightning Bolt.
Yeah. Thank you very
Snapcaster back to
much.
Wait, did she have a Lightning Bolt? Did they get eaten?
They may have. Yeah.
There must have
but
been one left, right? I assume there was a Lightning Bolt left for the win. Wow. That was a cool game.
That was awesome. Jackie Lee on the far side of the table leads Joel Larsson.
Oh, rocking the
by
Team Panda shirt, too.
1-0.
I like
we
it.
should tell some more about that in just a moment. But, oh, look. Jeremy Desani is playing, and he lost game 1. I asked him after round 7, I said, had you not thought that maybe you should just start conceding game 1 to save some time? And he was like, no, I can't do that. I might win one. I'm like, okay. You just keep on playing game 1, and that's fine.
Yeah, he's been king of the hill all day. He's undefeated on the weekend. These guys are both 7-0. They've already clinched day 2. They're just trying to figure out how high up they're going to be.
Yeah, and just to confirm, King of the Hill, what we say is we started with a table. It was Jeremy Desani in round 4, and we said
You have
the
to
winner
pick him, right?
stays
He
on.
won
Yeah.
his last Grand Prix. He's leading
Yeah.
the Player of the Year race.
Yeah, so
a
we'll-
fine choice.
We'll pop him into the feature match area for a round.
Or
And-
7.
Yeah, and now here he is.
Do you think the stream is on at the Team Pantheon cabin in Oregon? Like, they have the stream
No.
on in a corner somewhere?
No.
They're not going to tell Reed what's going on?
No.
You just don't want him to know?
They
don't
might
want to
let
distract him?
Yeah, they might let him watch the top 8 if Desani's in the top 8, but I can't imagine until then. They're like, there's no. There's work to be done, Mr. Duke.
True. Wow, what a race. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How's this game going? He's facing down a Tarmogoyf, right? It's Simino on the left.
Yeah, Simino on the left with the Modern Masters Tarmogoyf. up against Scavenging Ooze.
which
for
can sometimes win a
designing.
fight against Tarmogoyf, but looks like the remove from game pile has a bunch of stuff in it, but there's still some in the graveyard.
Yeah, it looks like Simono has instant sorcery, land. Yeah.
Yeah, Scavenging Ooze is going to block.
And Simono does the count.
Okay, that's not that's a graveyard.
Yeah, it was just a sideways graveyard.
Life total is 10, plays 14.
Okay, Simono's down at 10.
Scavenging Ooze eats what I'm guessing is the only creature, gets the 3/3. Is that what we've done here? But Dark Blast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bit of red hot dredge action.
Crazy.
-1 and -1.
Yeah, that's all it took. That fight looked like it was close.
Yeah,
And
now
Fulminator Mage.
Yeah.
Keeping
And
Dasani on 3 land.
Who knows? Maybe we're about to see a new King of the Hill.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that Tarmogoyf is not small.
Yeah, Dasani needs an answer. I'm guessing that with the risky Scavenging Ooze block that he made last turn, he probably doesn't have an Abrupt Decay or... Wait, did I see Liliana? Does he have 2 black? What lands are those? Does he even have any black? He has 2 colors because Engineered Explosives
That's
just picked up 2
Yep.
counters.
Which is kind of convenient given what's on the other side.
Yep, that does get the job done.
Bye. Tarmogoyf gone. Oh! Old school Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, Liliana can immediately kill that if he can cast her. Not sure he has 2 black in there, though.
Meanwhile,
We're going to go back.
we are ready for game 2 between Joe Larsson, who, by the way, had a Liliana of the Veil up at 7 in game 1. But the scoreboard doesn't lie. It's Jackie Lee who leads, and we are in the middle of a turn 1 Thoughtseize, which includes a Restoration Angels, a Snapcaster Mage, Wall of Omens, and a Mana Leak with 3 lands.
He goes Wall of Omens.
Yeah, he said, well, you drew far too many cards with that last game. I mean, she essentially negated 6 or 7 discards through the course of that game with Wall of Omens that came down and then got blinked by Restoration Angels and kept coming back.
I also think that he knew his draw was going to go turn 2 Tarmogoyf.
Yeah.
And that Tarmogoyf gets in before the Mana Leak, so it is good enough. And now I think she drew Lightning Bolt, but that's not good enough, right? Creature, land, sorcery already in the yard. And the instant Lightning Bolt would actually get to the graveyard before state-based effects are checked. So.
Right. I was going to say that Larsson was choosing to clear a path, and of course, clear a path would actually do that. One of the neatly named cards
she drew
in M15.
Electrolyze anyway, not Lightning Bolt.
Right. So Jackie Lee on turn 2 now.
Yeah, she's got Mana Leak up, but that Tarmogoyf is going to hit pretty hard.
Mana Leak, one of the classic examples of trying to explain to people. I find it very useful to explain to people the difference between being on the play and on the draw. Like, if you took a picture of this board state right now, I was like, okay, on turn 2, I made a Tarmogoyf. On turn 2, you held up a Mana Leak.
Pretty big difference.
Oh. And then you just reverse it.
All right, 3/4 Tarmogoyf. Surely we can get our Tarmogoyf counter on the screen this time. Have you seen the Tarmogoyf counter yet? It didn't come out last game.
I thought that was a code word for Rashad.
Tarmogoyf number 2,
which
runs directly into Mana Leak.
It is confusing sometimes. It runs directly into a fetch land activation. Okay.
There's the Tarmogoyf counter.
Yeah. Rawr. Does it have sound effects yet?
It moves. It can move.
It moves?
Yeah, you can make sound effects.
It moves?
Well, I mean, Rashad can move it by hand.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay. Let me know if you're ever going to do that again so I'm ready for the effect. We should never work together. Children and animals. Which one are you, Rashad? Okay.
Is that an ooze? I don't know what else it would be. Yeah, taps out for Scavenging Ooze, gets it electrolyzed.
Glare Central right now.
Seriously.
Sorry, guys and girls at home. I can confirm the feature match area is not very movable right now. With, I would guess about 50, 60 people around it.
Yeah, rail all the way
On the
around
rail.
has been full pretty much every match, every round this weekend.
Build it
Goif
and
keeps
they
chipping
will
away.
come.
Yeah. Jackie down to 9. This will drop her to 6, right? Just keeps
Yep.
chipping away. Joel hasn't been able to accomplish anything else, but he did that initial thought season. He was like, you know,
Wall of Omens.
I could just take the Wall of Omens, get this Tarmogoyf down before you have up Mana Leak, and then I may be able to just attack 6 times.
Seizing the opportunity.
Yeah, they were talking about that Liliana ultimate in game 1. If he had done the ultimate, I wonder if that game plays out different. Like, he chose to tick Liliana up to 7, which gave Jackie the window to top deck Cryptic Command, bounce, and reset the Liliana. Never did get off the ultimate. I wonder if killing 3 lands there, even losing, I don't know. Game would have played out pretty different, but
Choices are what make Magic great.
oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I defended the Judgment Call at the time. It totally made sense to me. It's just more of the hype that one of those what ifs. We also mentioned Jackie Lee's wearing a Team Panda shirt.
Yes.
So Team Panda, Panda is the nickname for Mariah Paglioccia, a Seattle area Magic player, longtime Magic player, and her dad Tony's been playing at events all over the country for 15, 20 years, who was tragically hit by a car, I guess a month or 2 ago at this point, and looks like she may not be able to walk again.
Yeah.
So that family is really trying to figure out how to live life with a wheelchair. You know, they needed to move to a house
New
they could set up
house
and make handicap accessible, and it's been really neat to watch the Magic community sort of come to her aid. You know, it feels good to be part of a community that has really said, you know what, one of our own's got a problem. We need to help. So there's a Give Forward page for Mariah. There's a silent auction here this weekend. You know, there was a fundraiser event last weekend. But that's the Team Panda stuff that you guys are seeing everywhere.
Yes. Yeah, Christian Calcano. There's a pretty famous viral shot of Calcano and I think Craig Wesco
Wearing the panda hats?
In the panda hats, at the last North American GP.
Yeah, she actually got visited in the hospital last weekend by Russell Wilson, the Seattle Seahawks quarterback. And like, she was on Twitter afterwards. She's got the picture. The picture went around Twitter.
Yeah.
It didn't occur to her to ask him to wear the panda hat. I don't know if I would have been able to ask Russell Wilson to wear the panda hat, but
Yeah.
that would have been a pretty good shot too. Still a good shot.
Yes.
Yeah, she's at Children's Memorial Hospital, but she's able to get out from time to time. Like, she was able to go to the fundraising event last weekend. Which
And of course, what she is on the community team
yes,
for the Community Cup.
absolutely. Wizards added her to the Community Cup team. She actually ran into Marshall randomly in a side draft at the fundraiser event last weekend.
All right.
She was up a game, but then her ride back to the hospital showed up, so Marshall survived because Mariah had to leave.
Reason for victory. Yeah, that has to be one of the stranger ones.
Yeah, she's a gamer.
Yep. Well, we send her all our best wishes.
And yeah, if anybody does want to help, the Give It Forward page is the easiest way. The
Yep.
silent auction this weekend, there's lots of ways that you can help out if you want to. It's Jackie's t-shirt doing what she intended it to do, I guess, getting this subject on the stream again.
Now, if she'd worn a Tarmogoyf shirt, we'd have been talking about that card in play on Joe Larsson's side of the table, which is all he has in play right now, as he has throughout this game.
Yeah.
It has been
2 lands and a Tarmogoyf. That's
Yep.
been the game plan.
Yeah, that's won plenty of games of Magic down the years. Jackie at a perilous 5, Joel at 12. And Jackie will run out Restoration Angel at end of turn.
No flicker for Snapcaster, nothing she can do for 1 mana.
No.
She Snapcaster to Lightning Helix, right? That's how she's got 5 life rather than 2?
Yes, the Lightning Helix is removed from game. Restoration Angel goes on the attack. Joel down to 9.
Oh,
Here's
Colonnade.
Colonnade.
Now, do you chump block Tarmogoyf here?
Right. Joel has a land, which he of course plays.
I assume there's an instant in a yard somewhere, right?
He has there's an Electrolyze there.
Yeah, we're on instant sorcery land creature. I'm trying to think if Joel can like surprisingly get Tarmogoyf up to 5. I don't think he can do it at instant speed. Just like, do you block with Snapcaster? Do you take 4 down to 1? I mean, the thing is, if she takes Tarmogoyf and he doesn't do anything, she's got lethal between the Colonnade, the Angel, and the Snapcaster. Because Colonnade Angel is 7.
Who did we see cast Dark Blast? That was Simino.
That was
wasn't it?
Simino, yeah, Simino.
Do you just imagine Jackie attacking for 9, and then it's only 8?
Right.
Because of a Dark Blast?
Oh, it would be 7.
It would be, yeah, you'd kill
he would
the
point it at
Tarmogoyf.
the Snapcaster.
Yeah. But even so. All right.
Does he paid 2 for that land?
Yes. Down now.
So he cracked a fetch lane and paid 2.
Yeah, so he's down
now
at 6.
all the math is academic. He dies to the Flyers.
Yes.
What's your plan, Joel?
So there's a Liliana, I believe, is the card on the right as we look at the top card.
Oh, right,
now
he's had that forever.
Yeah.
He's had everything forever. I mean, he's been obviously pinched on land.
Yep. Can he force game 3? Or will it be off to Desani
Oh,
playing
he's
in
he's
game
still
3?
deciding which land to get.
All right.
He's like, no, you know what?
Really?
I can't actually afford to pay 2 life.
How far can you go with that before it's real? I mean, that I think if
I
I'm
don't
on the other
know.
side there, I'm like, I beg your pardon? It was in your land row, and you started shuffling
he
your
offered a
cards.
cut, didn't he?
Well,
he's gotten a different. He's still paying the 2 life, apparently.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd have let that go back.
That looked a
Maybe
little
I'm
late
just
for a
not
take
very
back.
kind, but
You sound like somebody who played in the 90s. Like no one who played in the 90s would have granted that take back.
yeah,
That
that's
was more
probably
touch
it.
move back then.
Probably it. Okay, here's the attack.
She's going to chump. She doesn't even need the Snapcaster anymore, so this is an easy chump. It isn't even required to get lethal. Wow. And an Angel to blink it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So he's going to
Slaughter Pact as a response. Okay, so she doesn't get to blink the Snapcaster, but she does still get the Angel. And those 2 Angels are lethal. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's dead.
There we go.
The 2
All
Angels
done.
are lethal, and yeah. Jackie Lee wins the match.
Jackie Lee takes it. Now, in the background, you can see 2 players.
How are they still shuffling? Wasn't Desani dead?
No. That has to be for game 3, right?
I know.
That was we watched game 1.
Oh, we watched
no,
game 1.
We were in game 2. No, you're right.
Was it Desani was down a match? Down a game, and I thought he was
Yeah.
losing that game.
Okay.
Guess not.
Let's go and see. I'll tell you what else we can go and see. Pro Tour Magic 2015. I am not going to watch any of it. You?
I bet I'll watch Sunday.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because you're leaving us
I'm
early.
leaving you. I'm leaving early. I will not be at the top 8.
Outrageous. I can hear someone going, more LSV.
Sure.
Pro Tour Magic 2015, August 1 to 3, 2014. It's in Portland. That's in Oregon. That's a state in the United States of America, which is where we are right now.
Yeah, I have a Saturday night red-eye flight out of Portland into Philadelphia because the World Board Gaming Championships start that weekend. And I'm missing 1 day of the World Board Gaming Championships, 1 day of the Pro Tour, split the difference. But my best event starts on Sunday, so I will be at the World Board Gaming Championships again this year.
Yeah, I will certainly be following your every move on Twitter, that's for sure, that weekend. So don't forget to join us for hashtag PTM15. Garrick looks very unhappy. Oh, okay, I'm going to make a deal with Brad Nelson.
Okay.
That if he wins,
Yeah.
we'll set up a winner's shot like that.
Oh, sure.
Because, I mean, that could be Brad under
Yeah,
there.
he could totally pull that off.
He could do that.
Get the beard braided.
Behind the
totally pull it
mic,
off.
yeah. I'm sure he'd be down with that. So that is Pro Tour Magic 2015. Let's get you across to what is indeed Game 3 just getting underway between a 4-5 Tarmogoyf, not really anymore, Rashad,
Right.
which is Timotei Simino. I'll do a right. It's gone. So Timotei Simino is on the left, Jeremy Desani on the right. For, I believe, the 5th time in 5 rounds, Jeremy Desani has lost game 1. Must like his sideboard.
Yeah, that game, too, was pretty close and interesting, but I definitely thought Simino was advantaged when we left.
So Desani, number 2 ranked player in the world right now, by the tiniest of hundredths of % behind Reed Duke. But Desani critically leads the Player of the Year race by exactly 1 point. And already locked in for day 2, he now tries to make a push for yet another Grand Prix top 8.
I did confirm with him that he needs to make the semis to get a point. Toward Player of the Year, anyway.
Yeah, so his winning in is the quarterfinal.
Yes.
Sort of.
Sort of. He still wins plenty of money, plenty of pride. 6th top 8 for the year would feel pretty good.
Which, curiously, would not be the most.
Not even the most this season.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
A certain Hall of Famer, Mr. William Jensen, has been scandalously consistent.
Yeah. He needs a Pro Tour finish. He's got Platinum clinched now, but he does not have a spot at Worlds. Because he hasn't put up a deep Pro Tour run.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had solid finishes. I mean, he's been making day 2s. He just hasn't really made a run at top 8 yet this year.
Yeah, yet may turn out to be the key word.
Yes. I chose that word on purpose.
I know, I'm well aware. So we do have Tarmogoyf back in action. It's a 1-2 this time. Sorry about the missing sound effect, but we were busy talking. And Simino, it's Liliana of the Veil all over again.
Well, she's going down this time. She kills the Dark Confidant. Tarmogoyf goes up to 2-3, and Desani will not get the extra cards from Bob.
Simino has 3 cards. Desani has 7. Huh. But as so often, Desani has work to do to make the board look the way he wants.
I see a Liliana of his own. I think I see an Engineered Explosives in his hand.
Yes. Yeah.
Pays life.
Lingering Souls.
Lingering Souls, okay. Pays life to get white mana.
And I believe that's what Simino's just drawn.
Lingering Souls?
I think so.
Well, that'll defend Liliana then. I mean, Lingering Souls is good against Affinity. It's also good at killing enemy Planeswalkers, especially Liliana.
Yep, he has 3 main.
Funny, that's Urborg, right? That Simino discarded?
Yes.
Yeah, which he does not want to play because Desani does not currently have access to double black.
Right. No Liliana for you.
Exactly.
And once again, theme of the round, land mattering.
True.
So, yes, there we are. Lingering Souls on both sides. I wonder how close these two are, actually, in terms of deck lists. Let's take a quick peek here.
Certainly seems like most of the rock decks we've seen have had the white splash for Lingering Souls. Certainly have seen some red ones as well, but I think the white splash is winning out.
Yeah, it looks to me like they're on the same 75.
Simino's French, right?
Yeah.
So is he Team Revolution?
Yeah.
Assume these
Yeah,
guys
so
have
they're-
played each
they're
other forever. And
Forever and ever. Amen. Simino, of course, a World Magic Cup champion alongside Raf Levy.
sure. Doesn't seem like Levy's going to get the return trip as captain, huh? Designy's got that spot pretty well locked up.
Well and truly, yeah. All the scenarios for that involved Designy not playing in Portland. So
what you're saying is Levy's got a chance.
Now that's the way he'll see it. No, he knows that one's done. Of course, though, as the captain of the winning World Magic Cup team, one place Ralph Levy is going, along with Designy, is Worlds.
Absolutely
he has
true.
a seat at the World Championship. I
Yep.
know you're going to keep an eye on all those races for us in Portland, looking at the World Championship roster of that 24. So they'd come into shape.
Designy chooses to chump the Tarmogoyf with a Spirit token. I don't think he would have done that if it wasn't for the other Spirit tokens. He would have used them to attack Liliana.
Abrupt Decay. And now I would like your Dark Confident not to be there, and I'd like one of
How does Designy get out of this? I feel like I'm watching some movie. Designy always wins. Like, so it doesn't become a question of, like, is he going to win? It's more of a question of how does he get out of this one?
Yes.
Or is this
It's a
more like a
great
Game of
escape
Thrones
artist,
scenario where, like, oh, he just doesn't get out of it. He just dies.
Well, how deep did you go on Game of Thrones, given that this is the King of the Hill match? Did you actually go there?
Well, I didn't want to mention any names of any monarchs because I didn't want to give away any spoilers. But it totally worked, right?
Very, very smooth. Yeah, Timotei Simoneau. It looks to me like Designy is about to do the well-known, yeah, I got nothing, you got me. He's going to attack Liliana, which Simoneau says, yeah, not having that. Jeremy gets 2 tokens back with a new Lingering Souls. But as I believe you may have said earlier in the round, someone's drawing 2 cards a turn.
Designy kept trying. He played 2 Dark Confidants. He just never got a card off either one of them.
Yeah. Simoneau has the new version of Engineered Explosives and another Tarmogoyf. And there's Engineered Explosives to wipe
Clear
away
path.
all the zeros.
Crunch. How big are we up to? Artifact just went to the yard. I'm guessing 5-6?
Yep. 5-6 is bottom left right now.
I don't think Rashad's count is official. I think it's probably pretty good here. All but official.
Let's go for enough.
Yeah, it's enough. It's your
Enough
dead
power,
into
enough
attacks.
toughness.
And I have Liliana to kill your first blocker.
Yeah.
I don't even, does flashback Lingering Souls even save him? Might buy him a turn. No, it doesn't, because he'll just lose a token to Liliana. I think the Executioner's Axe may actually swing. They may have a new King of the Hill.
In a shocking turn of events, Jeremy Designy in not winning Game of Magic.
Oh, pays 2 life so that he can both play and activate Engineered Explosives.
2.
You've got to be kidding.
Yeah, no.
He can't come back from here,
don't worry,
can he?
he's not going to. Don't worry, he won't.
Seriously? Okay, Lingering Souls.
Lingering Souls. Well, Jeremy's got one of those as well.
And Liliana to strip his hand. So Designy's hellbent, playing off the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, even Lingering Souls doesn't do it. He can flash it back, be at 1, and then lose a token. It's 2 life to Lingering Souls flashback, right?
Yeah, he's... Well, there was a moment, though. And that's the thing with him. Yeah, when... Yeah, so here's four guys. I have 4, you have 2.
Do it?
I have 4, you have 2.
2 mana? Yeah, 4 of them. Simoneau has Abrupt Decay.
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
and this is turn 0 of extra time. Wow.
Take 1 out.
Flashback my own, sure.
Yes.
Take up Liliana
wait,
to clear your
yeah.
hand.
So
Turn
Dizani,
1 of extra time.
right, and Dizani,
Well, Dizani has to top deck again. He's out of
one
Lingering Souls in
under.
the yard, right?
I believe so, yes.
So Liliana can kill 1. Simino does have time to attack for lethal with the current board.
Yes, because 2 come through on turn 2, and then on an empty board, they win
2
on
more
turn
come
4.
through. Yeah. The familiar Dizani look with his hand on his forehead.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of this on the European GP circuit.
Oh, the most. And the thing is, because he loses, I mean, I know today it's been unusual. He's lost all his game ones, but because he plays decks that are very frequently grindy, don't always get there, he is
Wow.
playing at the back end
He's
of the round.
attacking. Is this desperation bluff? Oh, Liliana can go ultimate.
Attacking Liliana. Simino puts 2 in the way. And what does that 1 card do?
Wow.
It's a Scavenging Ooze.
He's going to get a draw out of this. He's going to get a draw out of this, isn't he? Does he hold? You hold on to King of the Hill, right? That's the
Oh,
tiebreaker.
yeah.
You have
Oh,
to
yeah.
beat the king.
Oh, yeah.
You come at the king, Timothy. You best not miss. I'm going to see how many HBO shows I can go through.
Yeah. That is unreal.
Was there still a Souls in Simino's graveyard? Did he have 3 this game?
Looks like maybe he did.
We may also be having the
That-
conversation about, I've got you, no, I'll take the draw.
Sometimes it would be so great if people stopped playing Magic and just carried on playing Magic until the Magic had finished.
Sure.
No offense, guys, to these two particularly, but you do see it sometimes. It's
Oh,
like-
you know what it is? I think there is still a Lingering Souls in Simino's graveyard.
Right.
And Dizani wants to eat it with his Scavenging Ooze. So maybe Dizani said, wait before your draw step, and Simino said, no, I'm in my main phase. Could be one of those. But you
Oh,
just activate
God.
it, right? Doesn't he just eat it as a response to the activation? It's not like he gets removed when you activate the flashback. It gets removed as during the resolution. So if he pays 2, so it leaves the graveyard and goes on the stack if you pay the cost. When you announce the spell, you put it on the stack. So Dizani did eat, but Dizani got to eat it out of the yard, it looks like, before we got to his main phase.
Such small little margins.
It's pretty relevant.
Yes.
Now what's... Oh, Simino is saying... Simino's ultimating Liliana. So dividing Dizani's permanents into 2 halves.
Yeah.
Dizani did not respond with Scavenging Ooze. Are there no creatures to eat? Liliana's dead. So do you want to keep the Scavenging Ooze, or do you want to keep the Spirit token? You have to keep the Spirit token, right? The Spirit token is
He's
the
at
difference between
3.
losing on board and drawing on board. Oh, I think he didn't have green mana, that's why he didn't respond.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to keep the Spirit token.
Yes.
Because that gets you a draw instead of a loss based on the cards on board. And Dizani's Hellbent. I think Simino has 1 card. Yeah, attack,
So,
attack, trade.
attack.
I go to 2.
You're gonna run out of
Oh, Scavenging Ooze.
Dizani.
Can you top deck for the draw?
No!
New king.
It took 4 turns of extra turns
Oh, wow.
to do it.